Good morning, 27th of February 2014. It's a Thursday, 3 minutes before the Europe Open. I would like to say good morning and welcome in our live trading room today. We have like 3 minutes to start. So wait for a few more students to log in. And we will be able to start. There was some moves on the yen yesterday. We sent out some recommendations, actually informations what we are doing. Okay, let's start with a risk warning. FX Advisor live trading room has educational purpose only. Trading FX on margin carries a high level of risk, and you may not be suitable, and it may not be suitable for all investors. You can sustain a loss of some, all, or even more than initial investment. So please do not invest the money that you cannot afford to lose. Please remember that past results, past performance, does not guarantee future results. So it's very, very important here. Okay. Let's start with currency pairs, and then let's go through the indices. Still waiting for some students. We still have like 1 minute. Okay. Just please check your email box. We just send out 2 updates. So for both Aussie yen and Euro yen, we just moved the stop to entry level to be on a safe side. I'm going to explain the reason. I'm going to explain why we took the short, because I received a few emails. And yeah, Piotr, why the heck you took the short here? Okay, so yeah, it's 8 GMT. Europe just opened, so let's start. Let's start with EURJPY. Just briefly, we're testing the support on 30-minute chart. The support is also on 1 hour. It's based on the channel, but I will get back to the lower time frames within a few minutes. Let's start with weekly. And weekly, unfortunately, weekly chart doesn't support our record, but still we have a Thursday and Friday until the end of the week. But anyway, just to let you know, weekly chart do not support the short position on Euro yen from one side. The second thing is that, yeah, here we have a strong move to the upside. There is no doubt about it. Then there is a first pullback, 20 weekly holds as support, and as I mentioned a few times, I'm not a master of Elliott wave, but anyway, any correction most probably is going to have 3 waves. It could be like this. Let me change the color. It could be like this, and it's going to be the perfect scenario for us. The second thing, it could be like this, and here some zigzags. So we prefer, based on the weekly, we prefer scenario like this one. Now, so we know that we are around the support here, and then as I mentioned, we are on around the support on lower time frames. But let's switch to daily. There we go. Again, we met support yesterday. This is the yesterday candle, and we met this support around this level. But also I'm expecting some waves, even if it's a correction only. So why the heck you took the, Piotr, why the heck you took the short position here? Okay, when we moved below the 20 on a daily, I'm going to show you on 30-minute chart, there was a quite nice momentum candle. There was a one-way move, and the candle finished well above the support. And I'm going to tell you about the one trick later on. So, to be honest with you, the move yesterday, let's switch to 30-minute chart. I was trying to clean up some charts after marathons. We had them also trading marathon yesterday in Polish language. Okay, let's make it wider. First thing is, there is some channel here. Okay. Now let's make it wider. And here we had this. Here we had this move. One moment, because it was based on 30. Yes. Okay. And then I saw this candle. We easily took out the support here. And the first important thing for me here was why I'm thinking that this move could have a chance to really go to the downside. Okay, we took out the stops under this support, and it was pure whole move down. There was nothing like immediately pullback. There was no shadow here. There was the full 30 minutes of the move down. Then, based on this channel I showed you before, then based on this channel, I was expecting the next move toward end, and I was expecting some bounce. So that was the reason why I decided to place waiting order to sell instead of selling at market. Otherwise, I didn't want to sell at support, right? There was no reason to sell at support. But one more time, here, I haven't seen any hesitation here when we broke this support, when we took out those stops, right? There was no hesitation. There was a move to the downside, then continuation to the support. then I was expecting, of course, the pullback. I was expecting slightly lower pullback toward the broken support. Now should work as resistance. Actually, this one was better, but when I was placing the order, I was expecting bounce only towards this area. And as long as the prices staying below 100, that's why we have a stop above this level. As price staying below 140.70, the shorts should be, most probably should be on the safe side. So that was the reason. And also, so one more time, I saw the break. There was nothing like hesitation. It was a strong move to the downside. So the old support should work as resistance this time. What I'm always trying to explain, I'm not trying to trade the first breakout. I was expecting the move towards the lower end of the channel, and I was expecting bounce towards this level. As usual, market will give us, or is trying to give us, always the second chance, and I was waiting for the second chance. And to be honest with you, I was expecting this move we have right now. I was expecting this move yesterday here, but anyway, there was some consolidation during the Tokyo session. So that was the reason we took the short on Euro Yen. We have a stop right now on an entry level, so we are quite safe. The one more thing, just to let you know, remember a few times I mentioned it. Okay, here for anyone there is no doubt we have a channel, and as long as we are within the channel, then of course there should be the buying. We have a here once, we have a second time, so there was a reason to place the lower line, so there should be buying here on the third one. But the momentum yesterday, simply didn't support the long position. For me, maybe for someone else, for anyone who took the trade, okay, for anyone who took the trade here, the trade should be profitable, right? The only thing is that when you are buying here around 139.70, you should at least have a stop somewhere here, right? So 40 pips, and we bounced like 50, so 1 to 1, and even we were not able to back to this intraday trend line, which would give us the 2 to 1. So of course some traders were expecting to move back to the upper line of the channel, no doubt about it. So that's why we had some bounce short covering whatever new longs. But for me, this move here didn't support huge bounce to the upside. Now let me show you the trick. It's useful for me. It's useful for on the lower time frames. 30 minutes, 15 minutes, maybe even 5 minutes. If you want to, if you are watching 5 minutes, then it could be useful for you as well. And sometimes it works on higher time frames, but as there are plenty of robots, black boxes, whatever, it better works on a lower time frames. And the trick is, if we wouldn't have any support here, no support, let's say there was like move like this and then something like this without any strong pullbacks creating the support. So let's imagine the situation from here, we move to the upside and we did not create any support on the way here. So what the big guys are doing, during that situation, they are trying to foolish the whole market, means that on a smaller time frame they are trying to create momentum based on this price move like this, and they're trying to push it even lower toward the end of the support here. Everyone is trying to sell. Everyone is trying to sell. There is plenty of stops just above the selling levels. So with one candle, let's say 5 minutes candle, 15 minutes candle, they are pushing strongly to the support. So instead of 2 or 3 candles like here, we have one, let's say, huge candle. Or if you are watching a line chart, then you have a strong one-way line, like I don't know, a straight line to the support, and then everyone is waiting for the possibility to sell. So any pullback, there are plenty of sellers. If you have a situation like this and you have a support, maybe not dynamic like we have here the channel, but it works on this as well. But if you have a static support, you didn't have any support on the left side, and you see strong one-way move toward the support, please don't sell around the support. It's better to buy. For sure you are going to see the bounce at least 2 to 1, 3 to 1. There is no doubt about it. There is no doubt about it. So one more time. It's example. So we didn't have any support to the left side. The only support we have around this place where the whole move started, right? Then you have some zigzags, and you have strong one-way move without any hesitation, finishing at support. There are going to be, believe me, there are going to be plenty of sellers around the support. Huge mistake. And the big guys have the possibility to start buying. The important thing here is no support. Remember, no supports to the left side. Okay. So just get back to our EURJPY. What we can expect here? Let's switch to the higher time frame. Most probably we are going to visit this area, so it's around 138.60, let's say. The area of this support has been tested already once, so we think that we have a chance to go here. So it's a first possible support, but then our target is around this area. See, we have the green line here, means that we have some support on daily chart. So we are expecting the move toward 137.80 Yes, 137.4050. That's why we place limit 10 pips higher at 137.60. And the last thing here, okay, we have a channel, right? But when you make one simple thing to the upward channel, just put a line like this from the upside to the downside, and you have to imagine to yourself this line. Now look, with this line, with this type of the price movement, well, we can see bearish flag. What we have here, we have a breakout. So there is a chance to fall toward this level, but we have to be careful. Let me show you one more thing. Let's make double it. So don't be surprised, and be ready to manage your position around 138. Simply, we have doubled the channel, so maybe we will have a problem here. We can have a problem here as well, right? I mentioned first support. Then we have lower end of this doubled channel, and finally we have our support. So we are going to watch those levels. We are going to manage our position accordingly. Okay. So it's our EURJPY. Of course, everything can happen. We have a ECB meeting next week. So we can expect plenty of rumors before that date. So there could be plenty of spikes, whatever. But we have a plan. We stick to the plan. We are quite safe. We've stopped right now at entry level, and we want to see prices falling towards our limits. And that's it, right? Let's take a look on euro dollar right now, because here we have nice situation as well. Let's start with monthly. Do you remember during our marathon 2 days ago, now it's a monthly, so there you go, the line in a red color on monthly chart. Do you remember I said that there are plenty of schools how to draw the trend line, and one of the school is saying, because when we have a line like this, we are still under a resistance here, and we have a chance to rise higher, blah blah blah. But I also mentioned, and we put the line that way. Now remember, I also said that the very popular drawing trend line is like this. You start with the shadow, but your next point is not the shadow, your next point is on the body. And now we have something nice. Remember, 2 days ago we were much higher. We can say we had breakout to the upside, right? And I said, guys, we have 2 days, everything can happen, and if we are going to get back below the line and we close at the end of the February below the line, it could be the bearish sign. Now, what bears are trying to do, they are trying to push the prices lower below the trend line to create to create bearish signal for next month. Let's see what's going to happen. Guys, we still have whole day today and we still have Friday. So bear this in mind, this monthly chart. Let's see what's going on on weekly. We are still above 20 weekly moving average. Okay. What we have here, we have a low, move down, low, move up above this high, so we have higher high, we have lower low, we have higher high, we have lower low, we have higher high, and we have lower low. Now we are on a crossroads. Guys, just 1 second please. I have to make 1 minute break. Sorry about that. So we have a very clear trend definition, right? Lower low, higher high, giving us uptrend. Now we are at the crossroad, as I mentioned, and we are around this monthly trend line. Again, it's weekly chart, so we have 2 more days. So let's switch to the daily. Let's see what's going on daily. Resistance. Let's make it different. There you go. Resistance. Okay, we clean the stops to the upside. And last few days, huge problem at this resistance here around this gap. So one can say so low, high, lower low, higher high compared to this, but still below the resistance to the left side. So, and we have support here around 36.40.20. Yesterday, bulls were able to close above 20 daily moving average. Right now, there is a very nice situation for bears. The only thing, there is only one thing or 2 things to scare me here. The first support is very close. Let's say we don't have this support. There is no, let's say there is no support, and it's quite wide, by the way. But let's say we don't have this support. Let's say we have support, first support around here. So here on daily, and let's imagine that from here, the same as I show you on EURJPY. Let's say we have this move one way and we have the support somewhere here. There is, let's say, no support to the left side, no other support to the left side. So this thing yesterday, and this thing today going below the low of yesterday without the support to the left side is perfect selling signal, because we have momentum here and we are going to build the momentum below the yesterday low. So then we have a chance to very quick move to the support. The thing is that unfortunately we have the support just 30 pips from here. So there is a not good place, not at all good place to sell short. I'm not trying to tell you that we are going to move higher from here. We can easily go and break this support, but simply it's not the place for me to go short here. There is no way I'm going to sell here right now. There is one more thing on a daily. There is one more thing on daily. Just give me a second. Just give me a second. We have few trend lines, so there is a possibility that before the ECB next week we can see some halting moves within this space here. Bulls are most probably bulls will try to push the prices slightly higher towards this line, and maybe here is going to be the place for me to try to sell short. I'm going to show you on the lower time frame, but here definitely right now below 37, simply for me there is no space because of this support here. There's no way I would like to go short here. I would rather use rallies towards some first intraday resistance to get short exposure with tight stop above. Let's see if we can find anything else on euro dollar. On daily, nothing here. Let's go lower. So what kind of rally would you like to use to sell, Piotr? Okay, guys, we have remember 2 days ago we were in this white range between 37 and 37.70. We had this move yesterday. We found the support, as you can see. So the lines here are still from this marathon we had 2 days ago, and even yesterday with Polish students. So the line is still here. So look, we found some support, but similar to the euro yen, the bounce was not huge. So why I do prefer be short EURJPY instead of euro yen? Because even if we are going to see some support here, so most probably we are going to move like this, and we have plenty right now, plenty of resistances which were support before. Max towards 37.30, 40. So I would say that, one moment, let me clean that. So if you are expecting some weakening in euro, take some fundamentals into the consideration, like Ukraine, like Thailand, whatever. Weakening number from US. So then there is more chances for EURJPY to go lower than for euro dollar to go lower, because EURJPY could find the pressure also from the dollar JPY, and we will get to the USD JPY chart next. So that could be the better way to have short exposure on euro JPY, on euro through the JPY than through the dollar. And now we are on an hourly chart. Okay, it looks like we took out, or we are going to take out this support, because yeah, most probably we took all these buy orders from here. So where is the next possible support? On hourly, here is the one around 36.20. And we can have some hesitation here at 36.40. So that's the next area of support, and then one more towards 36. So still we can see some profit taking to the downside, and then some bounce. So we had 70 pips range here, right? So the range has been broken, so we can move down 70 pips to the downside, so means toward 136. Okay, so now let's go to dollar yen. To see what's going on there and why it could support short position on EURJPY. Even if we have only possible 70 pips move up, down on euro dollar, most probably as we hold some, yeah, I'm going to do it a different way, as we hold the resistance yesterday. Do you remember, again, those lines are from the marathon from Tuesday. Those lines are still here from yesterday marathon with Polish students. There was a slightly better data from US yesterday, but the macro, the situation here in East Europe, Ukraine, Russia, then Asia, in Thailand, did not support the risk. So here we've had the move supported by intraday move supported by the US number, but look, okay, we broke out the first selling zone very easily, and we finish on the second one. What I'm always trying to explain, that's the reason even if I found some selling zone, I'm not trying to place intraday sell order here. I'm trying to see what's going to happen around the area, this area. So here without any stop, we moved up to the upside, to the next selling zone. And here we have a selling zone, and what we're doing, just for new students here today, what we're doing, if we have some hesitation around interest levels for us, right, and we are planning to sell, so we are placing the stop above most recent high to this selling area. So we would place the stop above this, like 5 pips plus spread. So in that case, and I was not selling here, just to be clear, it was good area. Maybe some of you sold here with stop. Look, there was a very tight risk. There was a possibility to trade 3-to-1 or managing the position to get even more, right? But we already had the exposure through the Euro and Aussie, so that was the reason I didn't take this trade, right? I'm short already Euro Yen and Aussie Yen, and that was the main reason I didn't take this trade, but it was possible. What I'm trying to show you is how good is to prepare the plan and to have the plan every day, right? And from here, of course, there was the first visible support here, and look, we stopped here. We were trying to bounce, but then we break down. Next visible support is going to be around here. There is a pressure also on the daily chart. I mentioned a few times, 102.50, 102.70, with chances to move higher if we are going to take out this resistance. But looks like there is a huge pressure here on dollar yen. There is a pressure on euro dollar, so it should double the move down on euro yen. So that was the reason I prefer to be short euro, but through the yen, not through the dollar, right? Because if we have a pressure on euro dollar and we have a pressure on dollar yen, so it's going to accumulate, and we are going to have double pressure on EJ, right? So that's the reason me personally, because you can have completely different view, right? But I prefer to stay short euro through the yen right now. Okay, so we are short euro yen, Aussie yen from yesterday. We also have short exposure on S&P 500. So overall, we are shorting risk right now. Looks like I'm bearish. Well, okay. Let's take a look on Aussie yen, as we are short. Both euro and Aussie, we are already safe with stops at entry level. What I would like to show you on the Aussie yen, because just a few days ago we were long. What happened that we have changed the view, or I've changed the view? Okay. In my opinion, when we took the long, we were above this 20 weekly. The S&P went into the new territory, new high. So at the moment there was plenty of things support the risk. And to be honest with you, I was expecting to move higher from the entry level, but easily. I'm trying to adapt to the current market situation, and when I saw what's going on yesterday, then immediately I adapted to the new market environment and I took the short. What else? If everything is going to be in our direction, we can try to add into the short position based, it's a weekly, so let's just change the color. Okay, remember the situation when you have as the weekly chart, so we have 1 week hesitation, second week plenty of hesitation. So what we can expect, if we are going to see the breakout here, remember there is a chance to trade 1-to-1, so it's a chance to trade, there is a chance to trade toward the support. And be careful with this support line around 89. That's why we have That's why we have 89.65 slightly higher as the target for our current position. But then, okay, let's make the measure. Okay, almost here. But then if you are going to decide to add into that position, then for your second position, based on this strategy, you have to have the stop above the high here. And as you know, with this type of strategy, with the first breakout, we are targeting 1-to-1. And of course, if there is a breakout, then you have to manage your position based on the lower time frame, like daily, maybe 1 hour. But if you are going to be stop out from here, let's say to the upside, let's say market will make turn around here and it's going to stop you out, then we are going to use double move to the upside, so then we have a chance to rise towards 97. What's going to happen? I don't know today, and most probably I'm not going to have this knowledge within the next few hours, right? Simply the guys on the market will decide which way they want to go, which stop they want to take out. We have to simply adapt to the market, and we have to use all the possible tools we have to try to predict their intentions, and that's it. So for now, we are short and we are quite safe as we have our stop on entry level already. There is still possibility that we are going to find the support here, and we are going to make the bounce to the upper end of the range. So still for the next few days, weeks, we can still move like this, right? And then if we are going to have a range for a longer time, then we can use range breakout to trade 1-to-1 with stop either below on the opposite side, or with stop just below the week or the day when we make the breakout. So again, there is a few or many schools saying where to place the stop. Okay, we have like flat 20 weekly moving average, so there is a possibility that we are going to find a support. The thing supporting the shorts here is again the macro, and some traders, most probably, if they are still long risk, and if we are going to stay with macro like Ukraine, Russia, Thailand, and others, if nothing is going to happen before the weekend, I mean nothing positive, then they can make the decision, the traders who are long risk, then they can make the decision to just to cut the longs, and then we can see the falling prices. So it could be based on the macro, the break here could be based on the macro. Okay, so as we have 3 positions right now, we discussed all of them. Let's go to the S&P to finish the 3rd position we have. Okay. We all know that we are in a new territory on S&P, so let's switch to the daily, because still we were trying to get back below the resistance twice already, here and yesterday. But bulls on the S&P contract were able to hold above this breakout point. So it's a positive for them, and we are right now we are -1 point on our short here, as we are short from 1845, and it could happen that our short is going to be under pressure again today. So based on daily, we would like to see move back at least today to hold below tomorrow. So then we are going to have a chance to move deeper, to see deeper move to the downside toward 1800 and even lower than. Okay, let's go through some intraday charts. If we can make some intraday trades today. Okay, we know where we are on daily and weekly and monthly on euro dollar. Let's take a look on lower time frames. Let's see if we can find anything we know where the possible supports are. Okay, let's, for sure we are going to have one here. We are going to have one here. We are going to have one here. Yeah, so from the long perspective, I said before that we last few days we had this 70 pip range here. So most probably, and we broke it to the downside, most probably we are going to make around 70 pips to the downside. So it's going to give us this this third support here around 36. So, would you like to have long exposure on euro? If your answer is yes, then wait for a strong move to the downside. I don't know, maybe today we are going to go like this, some bounce, and tomorrow morning we are going to push it lower. Then maybe traders before the weekend, they will try, based on this measurement, maybe they will decide to take profit from the shorts. So maybe 36 is going to be the level where you want to start with your long exposure on euro dollar, right? So most probably no earlier than 36 before you buy euro dollar. Okay. Me personally, I said that I don't want to be short euro dollar here from current level. Okay, what if you want to go short on euro dollar? How would you plan your trade? Let's take a look. The first, again, 70 pips range here, break to the downside yesterday, pullback, and some hesitation. It was before we start, most probably, yeah, it's a 1 hour. We are online just 1 hour. Yeah, so it was during the Tokyo session, so most probably you wouldn't be able to take this short, but just to know how to react if something similar happens next time. So let's go, let's put the line here around the resistance right now, and let's go lower. Okay. Nothing supported the move here, so there was only on 1 hour and 30 minutes it was possible to sell only based on the possibility of the market is going to give us the second chance, because I would like to eventually, for me personally, if I would like to go intraday short, I would look for this level, this level, or this level. But let's say we broke those 70 pips range and you want to go short immediately, then there was a like based on the previous support to work as resistance right now, or during the breakout of this trend line. The only, most probably only way based on the 1 hour and 30 minutes. Yeah, you can have even some kind of bearish flag, okay. Anything on 5 minutes. There's some selling. But we didn't test it yet. And lower right now is around 36.70, 36.69, but still is a 5-minute chart, so you have to be extremely careful here. So let's get back to 1 hour or 30 minutes. So would you like to have long exposure? Then most probably, based on the breakout of the 70 pips range, wait for the full 70 pips move down at least and check if we or bulls will be able to find the support, if they will start to fight here. So something around 136 on the downside. What about the short? There was a possible short during the late Tokyo session, and again depends how would you draw the line? So intraday it was possible to sell around here, but still we are very close to support on higher time frames. So that's the main reason I wouldn't be short from that levels. But of course there was possibility to take the short with stop. Again, two schools. If you are taking the short on the break of the trend line, just above the trend, the last high, or above this high here. Remember, on Tuesday during our marathon, I mentioned that my way to trade trend line break. Do you remember? And based on this, we took yesterday during our marathon with Polish student, we took the short on gold. Right, it was yesterday. So this time, okay, we went straight down, but sometimes what we can see during the breakdown of the trend line, breakdown like this, move to the next lower line, because we can create easily the channel, going higher, still below this trend line, towards some selling zone, and it's a perfect setup to go short while we are below the trend line, and it's how we took the short gold yesterday. Because otherwise things like this, I'm not sure if the move to the downside is going to be sustained, right? So at every moment, based on the higher time frames, we have plenty of support around, and also based on the lower time frames. So at every moment we can see strong short covering, so at every moment we are under pressure with our short position from here. So nothing for me on euro dollar here. British pound. Let's only take a look where we are on Aussie yen. We are around support. Okay, we still have a chance to go lower, so our short most probably for now is safe. Let's have a look where we are on EURJPY. We are quite okay, plus 50 pips right now, and we are still looks like we still want to go lower. Okay, so looks like we are safe with our short EURJPY, AUDJPY. Okay, so let's try to take a look at pound. We know where we are on the higher time frames. We have some supply into the end of the month, so means that the bears trading based on the monthly chart want to be this resistance still valid. Weekly, daily. Okay. On daily we are still above 20 daily moving average. And we have the support around 65, 64, 75 below the moving average. To the upside we have this visible 67.30 resistance. Okay, we know where we are on a longer time frame. So let's see what's going on the hourly. Here is our resistance. Next selling area is around 67.85. We found the support once here, so it could work as a magnet, so we have a chance to go towards 65.85, but we are in the middle of the, we are in the middle here and here, so let's see what's going to happen. And we have another support around 65.40, 35. And we have some kind of the, 1 second. Okay. So we all know that the last few days, weeks, pound was quite strong, right? Now we have the support here, which has been tested here already, and we have some kind of the smart line as a support corresponding with this one support, right? So would you like to have a long pound exposure? Let's say yes. So then most probably for the next few hours, it's a 1 hour chart, so it could take even 1 day or maybe Monday. Let's see if we can move and test first support here, some bounce, some selling, weakening momentum, and let's see if we can then have some hesitation here, some long signals. And would you like to go long on British pound? Then most probably 65.30, 65.10, it could be the level where we can start to build the long position eventually. So it's something for the next week, intraday trading. Most probably we are not going to see it today, or if we are going to see some strong move to the downside, if we are going to see stop cleanings here, so then we can see some move straight to that line, and if any hesitation with tight stop, yeah, it's possible. We have some breakout point here as well. So then we can try to trade long side with tight stop, and I know move back here towards 66.40. So most probably there are going to be possibility. We should have a chance to trade 3 to 1 on the British pound. So for those who want to go long British pound versus the dollar, I would say it's better to wait still like 1 figure lower. So okay, Piotr, you want me to wait 100 pips, so why not to sell here? Because I don't know if we are going to the downside, right? So let's try to find the possibility to selling the pound intraday. Again, there was a chance, but still it was late Tokyo. So just to show you, of course, overall, here is the main resistance. but then intraday we can try to look for the trend line. And what you can do, I would rather wait for extremes, right? But for you to know, to try to build few your own strategies, right? What you can do in the situation like this. Okay, here we have a line. We would like to have intraday short exposure. We can draw the line after 2 points, so then you are trying to sell at the third point. For aggressive traders, you can try to sell here and stop above most recent high. Actually, the valid resistance level is here. I'm going to show you why in a second. So aggressive traders can sell here at the third touch. Conservative traders can do it slightly different. We have moved to the upside. Still some support here. Support has been tested. Again, failed and sell only, but it's a sell stop. It's what I not prefer. It's not my preferred style. Sell stop here towards the static support here. So if this type of the strategy suits you, then there you go, you can test it. Okay, 3 things why I'm saying that this resistance is really valid and not this one, that we can easily go from here higher. If we are going to break the line, then here really we should find the resistance. So this one is not really resistance. Okay, let's make a quick trend quiz. Okay, as I mentioned before, we have a low, we have a high, we have a lower low, we have a higher high, we have a lower low, we have again higher high, lower low, blah blah blah, higher high, and etc etc etc. So what we know here, that we are within the uptrend, but which low is really valid? Okay, 1, 2, some traders will took the 1, 2, 3 formation here. I don't like it. I do not prefer this strategy. Why? Simply, when you are going above this first high here, here is the breakout point, you are going higher. So if you are going above this high here, you can, and usually what traders are doing, they're placing, and of course there is a good point to place the stop below this low, but the real valid low is here. So let's clean it and let's make it one more time. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we have this breakout point. This breakout point not confirming this low. This breakout point confirming this low. This breakout point confirming this low. Guys, there are going to be plenty of time when you will see break like this here and pull back. So some traders are going to take the short on the failure of the breakout here, so you can short it here. And you can see many of times you can see the pullback towards this low and making small lower low. The big guys simply cleaning the stops here, taking the cheap long position and going higher. One more time. So this breaking point confirming this low, not this. And have you ever, when you tested your strategies, have you ever tried to check, I don't know, check and find hundreds or more than hundreds situations of your strategies? Have you ever printed your strategies? I mean the situation, because what I'm doing when I'm testing the new strategy, I'm simply over the weekend, I'm going through the simulator and I'm trying to move the chart back to find 100, really 100 situations. I'm making the screens and I'm testing what happened over the 100 times during the, when the things, one more time. I'm trying to find at least 100 examples of my new strategy, and I'm trying to check if I would trade those 100 times, would I earn the money or lose the money? And believe me, when I went 100 times through this 1, 2, 3 strategy, what I found out was then when we have this 1, 2, 3, there is plenty of strategies based on the 1, 2, 3 breakout trades. Again, many different schools. And also I get those information from the guys who are trading every day in the big banks. This breakout is confirming this low, not this one. So how you can use this information? But please do your homework, right? Go through the charts, check if this strategy suits you. Don't trade this 1, 2, 3 breakout. Wait for some failure here. Wait for some pullback. Wait for some stops cleanings of this low. And as long as this low holds and you see some sign of strength somewhere here, you've got pretty easy trade with very tight stop, very easy to achieve at least 3 to 1 or even more if we are going to catch quite good momentum. So when you have some time over the weekend, go through, test this strategy, you will see by yourself. Then please, if you will find anything else interesting and related to this strategy, and so you can let me know, would be great. Okay. So again, here we have like this, bam, some, look, low. We were trying to break this low. Plenty of sellers on a breakdown. Bam! Look what happened. Big guys are cleaning the stops of these shorts. And okay, we have a trend line, so this time the trend line works here, but we can easily go higher towards this resistance. So shorts, but again, it happened during the late Tokyo, so most probably all of us were in a bet. So not this high was valid. This high was valid, and this levels around here was quite good area to go short, to take the short. Okay, so hopefully this is going to be useful for you. But please do your homework and go through the strategies. Really, every time when you are testing something new, don't try to do this based on the 5 or 10 examples. Go through at least 100, really 100. It's going to help you to avoid problems in the future. Because when you go through the hundreds, 100 plus, then it's really, really better. It simply, statistically, it's going to help you. Okay. Of course, we have more time to go through some strategies to discuss some trends. Where is the confirmation? Because we already have 3 positions, so we have some exposure. Looks like again morning is quiet. Most probably the US guys are going to play a main role today. So that's the reason of we have a chance to discuss 2 things. And as we are almost 1.5 hours online, and we just have a live trading room to trying to discuss these things, let's finish today with the gold. So as I mentioned before, we took the short yesterday during the marathon with Polish students. There you go, we have still lines from yesterday. We took the short based on this green daily line. But also we draw 3 possible supports, and look where we find the support yesterday. Exactly, and the 3rd intraday support. So it also should tell you something when you are planning your trade. When we can earn the big money on the market, when there is a volatility. Of course, we have to be on the right side of the market. But when the volatility is on the market, then we can see some extreme moves. So then, if you found, let's see, 3 supports, simply don't chase the prices. Take a look what's going to happen on the 1st, 2nd support. Maybe the best way is to try to go with your direction from the 3rd support, or go short, because let's say you want to be short just on the 3rd resistance. When the volatility is high, you can see plenty of spikes towards some good selling zones. So we don't have to chase the prices. We want prices to come to our levels, and in many times they will come to us. They will give us a chance to have long or short with quite good tight stop, and with quite good possibility to achieve 1-to-3 or 1-to-4 or 1-to-5 risk reward ratio, right? And so let's take a look on the gold. We found the support here, 1, 2. I'm still expecting slightly lower prices, because on the daily we had quite good move to the upside. I'm still expecting some lower prices, but we cannot rule it out to go, as we have one selling zone here around 1340, and we have stronger selling zone around psychological 1350 level. So I wouldn't be surprised to see some bounce back, trying to clean some weak shorts, trying to clean the stops here, pushing higher towards 1350, and medium term, if you are going to see some selling signs there, signs of weakness, to try to go short there in a medium term. Intraday, Looks like this is still valid around 1,320. So most probably, as we fall strongly, some bounce, if we are going to see some zigzags like this, one more very slow, maybe it's going to be the good idea to go long with tight stop and targeting, because yesterday I mentioned here natural previous support as a resistance 1,333. So if we are going to be able to buy around 1,320, we are going to have like $3 to $5 stop. So trading 3 to 1, we need around 15. So from 1,320 towards 1,333, 35, we are going to have almost 3 to 1, but most probably we have a chance to test 1,338 intraday, so would be good. So as we are closer to support, maybe we have to watch the support. We have to watch what's going to happen around 1,320 and try to go long from here. And remember about 1,318 around. So we have buying area around 1,320, 1,318. And if we are going to see some sign of strength, then maybe it's a good idea with tight stop to go long. First target is going to be 1,333, 1,338. If you prefer to wait and if you want to be seller at Riley's, so then the first resistance at 1,333, I would skip it most probably. I will leave it, and I will try to focus on 1,338 or maybe again 1,340. So simply if we bounce back toward this area, so I will be able to go short with tight stop again, right? Here at 1333, my stop most probably would be too wide. It's going to be too wide, so yeah, I prefer to wait and see if the bulls will be they will be able to push the prices towards 1338 with gold. So intraday, try to buy deeper deep and try to sell really high. And okay, so we are still short EURJPY, we are still short Aussie. We were stop out and yeah, we are going to update the website soon. We were stop, right? Euro Swiss, we are short, we are still short on a S&P 500. We are right now around +4 points. DAX is trying to fall below 9,600, so we are quite safe with our shorts right now. One more thing today, why it's so important, because you are going to find plenty of different explanation how to trade, if it's a good to trade only 1 to 2 risk reward or 1 to 1.5, many different schools. For me personally, I prefer to build the plan with start 1 to 3 risk reward ratio. Why? Especially if I want to trade, if I'm going to trade intraday and I want to have tight stops, most probably my stops are going to be hit few times. So why 3-to-1 risk reward on the beginning? Because it could be that during the, let's say I'm long, I have a target 3 times bigger than stop, but of course if it's a day trade, I'm actively managing my position. So it could happen that I'm going to be stop out, or I'm going to be stop out at break even, at entry point, I'm going to be stop out at one, not stop outs. My position is going to hit stop profit 1-to-1, whatever. But based on the pure mathematics, why it's good to have the basic plan, the very basic plan, why I'm starting to analyze and I'm interested on the 3-to-1. Let's go through the very simple example. We are risking 1 point and we want to achieve 3 points. And let's go through 10 trades. Trade number 1, I lost 1 point. Trade number 2, I lost 1 point. Trade number 3, I lost 1 point. Trade number 4, again, it's horrible, I lost 1 point. Trade number 5, bam, I hit my limit, I'm +3. Trade number 6, again, I'm lucky, +3. Trade number 7, again down. Trade number 8, down again. 9, holy maloney, what's going on? I'm down again, -1. Trade number 10, bam, 3-to-1. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 trades down, guys. From the 10 trades, I was able to be on the right side 3 times already. So I lost 7 points. I'm -7. But because of my strategy, 3-to-1, it was enough for me to be right 3 times. And from those 3 trades, I collected 9 points. So simply, I was right 30% of the time only, and I'm still in profit, guys. I'm still in profit. So again, it's a very simple example, but what I'm trying to show you is that when you are trying from the very beginning, when you are trying to trade your plan based on the 1, 1.5 or 1-to-2 risk reward ratio, and you are trying to trade based on this from the very beginning, then your successful rate has to be much, much higher, right? So that's why I prefer to start to build the plan based on 1-to-3 risk reward ratio. If I have a lower, I can easily skip it. I can go through the next chart, whatever. First thing is that you have to be patient. The second thing is that you have to avoid the stress. If you want to be a full-time trader, then you have to wake up early morning, I don't know, whatever you want to do, some breakfast, push-ups, training, and you have to start trading when you are completely relaxed, when you know how to prepare your plan, when you know one more additional thing, because for new students, what we are trying when we are building the plan, there is that's why on the gold I mentioned about the 2 things, right? Because I want to be always ready if I'm looking to buy, right? So I'm building my plan based on some supports, buying zones, stuff like this. but also I would like to have plan B, what I have to do if the prices are going to go against me from here, right? Or if the prices are not going to touch the support level, I'm not going to have a possibility to go long from here. Let's say we are here and we are going strong to the upside. So I know that I have a resistance here. So I'm not going to push the prices. I'm not going to be long from here with wide stop here. Simply I don't want to, right? I need 2-3 trades per day to be on a right side. Very enough for me. Sometimes what can happen? Monday, no trades. Tuesday, no trades. Don't be nervous. Don't try to chase the market. Don't try to buy or sell because, oh gosh, I didn't trade Monday. I didn't trade Tuesday. I have to trade today. No, that's not the way. You are not going to be the trader. Just build a plan. Be ready for both sides. Stick to your plan. And that's it. So hopefully it's going to help you. Let's try to check again the majors. So gold we know. Okay. Where we are on euro dollar. Look, we are 1.5 hour and today again around 20 pips range. So let's leave it. Similar to the range on euro dollar, breakout range, similar we broke the range on the dollar Swiss franc. But based on the current macro view, right, again, Ukraine, Thailand, Russia, whatever, I wouldn't be short Swiss franc. We were short Swiss franc via euro because of the new territory on S&P last week, and we were stopped out on the euro Swiss franc. And right now, based on the current environment, I don't want to be short Swiss franc. So let's leave it dollar Swiss franc. British pound, we know what we are waiting for. We can't say that we missed the short here because it happened during late Tokyo, but it was the selling plan. And we also eventually have the plan for the long position, right? If we are going to 1, 2 smart line to the downside, correspond with this area of support. So maybe around 66 or below 66, if we are going to see some sign of strength, then maybe based on our plan we are going to decide to buy. So we know we have some kind of intraday resistance here, as we know this level is valid. So maybe, as we didn't really test these levels here, so maybe during the late Europe, early US, maybe we'll push the prices higher and we will have another chance to go short, right? So we know what we have to do with British pound. Just for new students, for me it's easy to draw the lines and say, okay, go long here, sell here, but that's why we have those twice per month. That's why we have those one-to-one trainings for around 1 hour, 1.5 hours. That's why we have this one-on-one training that we can individually go through from the beginning, right? So with the next live trading rooms, or when the next trading marathon will come, then if I'm going to draw the line like this, you will know after a few one-to-one trainings, you will know what I'm thinking about. So it's going to be much easier for you to understand. Just don't worry. And just don't take me today, if you are a first time as a new student, so please don't take me like, oh, this guy is showing the lines, not trading, blah, 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 blah. Never mind, we had a trading marathon, and yesterday and 2 days ago we have earlier trading marathons. We have some trades during our previous live trading rooms, so we proved already that we know what we are talking about. And today, as we have some exposure already on the market, so we can try to draw the lines like this and build the possible intraday scenarios, right? So just for you to know. Okay, so we know where we are with British pound. We know that we don't have to chase the prices. Okay, dollar yen right now testing the support, but please remember, I mentioned about the slightly wider range a few times already, 10170. So we have the some visible supports, right? So the first one, second one, and as we expect some volatility movement. So if you want to go long, you think that dollar yen is going to be the higher, so maybe good idea is wait for this extreme support around 101.30. Let's see what can happen here. We have visible support here, but the real buying zone is around 101.80. So it's the level. If we are going to break this support, so most probably we are going to test this area of support, and nothing else visible here. So let's try to check further down. Not really. So are we going to break much lower from here? Looks like so. Guys, be careful with shorts here, because we have here and here support. And we have still valid resistance around 102.50, 102.70. So we can easily see the same bounce like yesterday if any rumors or, I don't know, positive start on Wall Street. So try to, if you want to sell dollar yen, try to use spikes. Me personally, I don't want to sell, I don't want to buy more yen. Yeah, we already have some long yens. But would you like to sell dollar yen, then please wait for some extremes, because we are close to intraday supports. So yeah, be careful with dollar yen. Okay, what else? We were long, we were short on Aussie, and it looks like we want to go lower. And looks like Aussie is very weak, because we couldn't even touch the selling zone. Bam, bam, down. We are right now at support. Some bounce possible from here, and we have support 87.30. So if we have a chance to bounce from here on a daily, so let's go and check hourly chart. Niagara Falls. Yeah, we have some support here. Yeah, it's testing right now. Then we have some visible support. I wouldn't be the buyer here. And then we have one more here, buying zone around 87.50. And it looks like we are trying to make this round top on the hourly. Bam, bam. Low, low, lower high, low, lower low. If it's even if it's a round, we are at support. I would like to see some bounce, maybe something like, so we can draw the trend line, and if it's going to be third attempt towards 90, 0.90, so maybe somewhere here. It's like 80 pips right now to 0.90 because we are at 89.20. But doesn't matter if it's a volatility market, then we can easily hit higher. So for the market to move from 0.8920 to 89.80, let's say, or even 90, when some shorts are decided to take some profits here, then some black boxes, algorithmics, computers, whatever, are going to join the move, so we can have some white move to the upside, so no worries. That's why we are looking for some extremes, but let's check even lower time frame. And here we have a ugly move to the downside. So nothing here. Again, Tokyo session. So yeah, this time Tokyo traders played some scenarios. So we have to be careful right now, because for us it's 24-hour day trading, right? But for guys in a bank in Tokyo, for them it's 6-8 hours, and they have their own session. Then guys in Frankfurt and London, they have their 6-8 hours, and then guys in New York, they have their 6-8 hours trading day. So for them, if we want to, we can divide it like the whole day for 3 parts, right? For 1, 2, 3. So when the guy in Tokyo is selling something into the support, and then guy in London, trader in London, is coming to the office and seeing the prices at support, so don't be surprised that you can see some move to the upside during the Europe session, right? And depends on the guys in traders in US are going to see. They can decide, oh, okay, we have good momentum, let's continue, right? So we can see completely different move within those 3 sessions, and usually 1 hour before each session starts, we can see some opposite direction and stuff like this, but I'm going to tell you more about it during the next meetings. Okay, and let's see, Euro Pound. We are going lower here below the support, and we have some central banks meeting next week. Okay, so guys, that's it. We are staying long yen, we are staying short S&P 500. We've been stopped out on our Euro Swiss from last week. Let's hope we can achieve our targets on those yen pairs. And let's calculate some pips then. Don't calculate the pips before you close your trades. Just calculate money and pips after all. Remember about Aussie yen, those strategy when you can add into the position. We are very close. If you have any questions, hesitations, simply just let us know. We are here to help you. That's it for today. We have live training room in Polish language tomorrow morning, and we have another live training room in English on Monday. We are going to update the website with those information during the weekend. So please check our website for further updates. Of course, if you are going to do anything today, it's going to be visible on our website. It's going to land in your email box. So for me, that's it. Thank you very much for the whole week. We are going to meet Monday. So if I will not have the chance tomorrow to say have a good weekend, so I'm going to use this possibility today. Guys, have a great weekend. Don't chase the prices. Try to not to lose the money we earn during the week. Have a good one. See you on Monday. Thank you. Bye-bye.